Today, we're diving into a feeling that, let's be honest, is way too common these days. That nagging sense that you're just not moving fast enough in your career.
You know exactly what I'm talking about, right? You're just scrolling through your feed and bam, there's a former colleague's huge promotion. A friend's startup just got acquired. Someone you went to school with is posting from their new corner office in another country. And all of a sudden, your own progress feels kind of slow. If you've ever felt that, trust me, you are not alone.
Well, there's actually a name for this. It's called the comparison problem. And it's this quiet but constant pressure to speed up your own career. And it's all fueled by this non-stop highlight reel of everybody else's wins. It's like we've all been entered into this silent competition, whether we signed up for it or not.
So, how does this trap actually work? How does it get us every single time? Let's break it down. Think about it. It used to be we might compare ourselves to, the person in the cubicle next to us. But today, the comparison is global. We are only seeing the super polished, visible stuff, the shiny achievements that look great in a post.
And right here, this is the most important part. This is the key to the whole trap. What we're seeing is never, ever the full story. That highlight reel always leaves the hard parts out.
We just don't see the price that was paid for that success. The endless late nights at the office, the brutal travel schedules, the missed birthday parties or quiet moments with family. Only the best parts get put on display, which leaves us comparing our entire messy reality to someone else's perfectly curated fiction.
And when we chase that incomplete picture of success, well, that comes with a very, very real cost. This is such a strange and fascinating paradox. So you finally get that impressive job title, but you feel completely exhausted all the time. Or you land that higher salary, but somehow your life feels more restricted than it did before. You got the success, so why doesn't it feel the way you thought it would?
Now, what's so important to understand here is that this confusion doesn't mean you made a bad choice. It's not a personal failure at all. It's just a symptom of having unclear priorities. See, when you don't know what you're really trying to optimize for, every shiny new opportunity looks amazing, at least until those hidden costs start to show up.
So how do we find that clarity? How do we break the cycle? Well, we need a better framework, a better way of thinking about our careers and our lives. What if we just reframe the entire goal? Instead of chasing the most of everything, the most money, the highest status, what if we started aiming for the right balance for us, right here, right now?
This is a pretty fundamental shift in how you think. We go from asking a question about maximizing, how can I get the most, to asking a question about intention. What's the right balance of forces for my life at this moment? It seems like a small change, but trust me, it has huge implications.
And to help us find that balance, we can use a really simple mental model. It's built on 4 forces that are always in play in our professional lives: money, status, time, and family. Basically, every single career decision we make is just a recalibration of these 4 things.
All right, let's see how this actually works in the real world. I want you to meet Aman. He was facing a classic career crossroads, trying to decide between 2 very, very different job offers.
So when Aman used this framework, his choice suddenly became incredibly clear. Look at this. The consulting role, it offered a massive boost to his money and status, but it came at a direct cost to his time and family. The tech role was the complete opposite. It offered stability for his time and family, but with much slower growth. See? Neither one was objectively better. They were just different balances of the 4 forces.
And this was Aman's big aha moment. He stopped asking himself which job is more impressive, and he started asking which of these balances fits my life right now. The framework didn't just give him the answer. What it did was give him the clarity to find his own.
And that's really where the true power of this whole idea lies. It's all about the awareness it creates.
Let's be perfectly clear. Life is always going to be full of trade-offs. This model doesn't make them magically disappear. But what it does, and this is so important, is it makes them visible. It pulls the hidden costs out of the shadows. And once you can actually see the life that comes attached to an opportunity, you can make a truly informed choice. So the takeaway here is a really simple 3-step process you can use for any decision, whether it's big or small. First, just see the 4 forces at play. Second, be honest and acknowledge the trade-offs involved. And third, choose intentionally, based on the balance that you know is right for you.
And that leaves us with one last thought. These forces, money, status, time, and family, they are always present in every single choice you make. The only real question is, Are you choosing your balance unconsciously, just letting it happen by default? Or are you choosing it with clarity and with intention? So, which balance are you choosing?